Onshape has introduced model-based definition, also known as MBD. Here you can see in this part studio, I have various different dimensions and datums and geometric tolerances as part of my inspection table. However, at least in the initial phases, this is going to necessitate some changes in your sketching practices. Let's take a look at that. Let me jump over to a different tab in my document. Here I am in a part studio that is completely empty. Let's sketch a simple L shape and then extrude it. Let me go to a plane. I will select front and then hold down the right mouse button and choose new sketch, and then right mouse click, view normal to my sketch. And I will start out by sketching some lines. Let's go to the line tool. I will start my L right at the origin. Let's make a vertical line, and I want this to be about a length of 100. Let me left click, and at this point I can enter in the exact value that I want for my dimension. Let's enter in 100, and then I will make a horizontal line. It's going to be about 20. Once again, I can type in the value that I want for the dimension. That is good, and then I'll make it about yay long down here. I'm not going to type in a dimension because that's not the dimension that I want. And then go about over here. Once again, I'm not going to enter in a dimension. I am going to let it snap to being horizontal with the origin. I do want to enter in a value. I want this to be a value of 20. And then let me snap into the origin. And so now I have a closed loop. Let me hit the escape key to get out of creating lines. So I've got 3 different dimensions already. I've got some blue, which means I'm not fully constrained. Let's create one dimension. I will click on the dimension icon and dimension from the right side over to a plane. And this is a technique that I use in a lot of my videos. Let me get the plane called right. How come I'm not getting it? Come here. Let me get up. There we go. There. Let me get the dimension to the plane called right, and let's enter in the value of 80. And when I was creating that, let me hit the keyboard shortcut P to turn off the display of my dimensions and then escape. Let's take a look at these different dimensions. If I double click on 80, hey, here I have the button for my tolerance options. Let's click on it and let's define some tolerances. Let me change from default to symmetrical, and let's enter in a value of 1 just so that we have a number in there. But if I go to any of the other different dimensions, the ones that I entered in as I was sketching, I don't have the button for tolerance options because these different ones are actually dimensioning from point to point of the different entities. They're not from a line to a line. And so for that reason, I don't have the ability to assign tolerances to them. And the same for this one up here. No tolerances are available. But I did get one tolerance. Let's take a look at extruding this. Let's hit the check mark to get out of sketch mode. And then let's go to the extrude tool, and I will pick my closed loop. And then here we have a depth. We can specify a tolerance. And once again, I'm going to add in a couple of values just so you can see the numbers. Let's do +2 and -1. That's good. Let's hit the check mark. And so now I can go to my inspection table. Let me grab my geometry and move it over. And let's bring out our inspection table. And we can see that we have 2 different dimensions listed in there. Here we have our extruded depth. It's the value of 25. And we have our different values for the tolerance and the upper limit and the lower limit. But if you take a look at 80, it is in red. It is saying that a reference is missing for this annotation. And the problem is that when I was creating the dimension, I went to a plane. I went to one of the default planes. Which one did I go to? I probably went to the plane called right. And for that reason, since I dimension the 80 to the plane called right, I don't have an actual reference for that tolerance. So for that reason, this is sort of not working for my intent. Let's collapse the inspection table and let's delete these two different things using the control key I'm just using the right mouse button to get to the delete command. Let me hit the keyboard shortcut P to bring my planes back. Let's go back to the plane called front, right mouse click and new sketch, and then right mouse click view normal to the sketch. And so let's take a look at how we probably want to do that now. I'm going to hit the keyboard shortcut P to turn off the display of my planes. Let's create a line. We're going to make our L shape, once again locking in at the origin. And I'm going to make it up about approximately how long I want it to be. But I'm not going to enter in the dimensional value that I want. Same thing, I'm not going to enter in there. I'm just going to proceed on with making my L shape. I'm going to make my dimensions later on. And let's see, let's close it off. And so this is good. Now I'm going to go into the dimensioning tool. And I'm going to dimension from one line to the other line for the different dimensions that I want. Let's enter in a value of 20. You'll notice that when I was creating that dimension, here I have the tolerance options. Let me turn that on. I'm just going to use default tolerances for all of these different things. Let's dimension the height from one entity to the other and 100. And let's see, I'll do the dimensions at the end, or the tolerances at the end. Entity to entity, let's change this to a value of 20. And let's go from here to here and change this to a value of 80. Now let's go to the dimensions and make sure that our tolerance options are turned on. And tolerance option, and let's see, I think this one is the last one that I need to turn on the tolerance options. That's good. Let's hit the check mark. Let's go to the extrude tool and let me select my face that I want to extrude. And once again, I'm going to add in some deviations to this. And let's go +2, lower -1, and hit the check mark. Now when I go to my inspection table, I can define my default tolerances. Click the done button. I have my default tolerances down here, and I've got all my different tolerances and limits specified. I've got all my different dimensions showing up, and none of them are in red. So if you are going to extrude, hey, there is a tip for you. Again, you're going to want to create your dimensions manually from one sketched entity to another sketched entity, not to one of your planes. All right, let's take a look at another example, and this time we're going to take a look at a sketch for revolving. Let me select the plane called front, right mouse click, new sketch, right mouse click, view normal to the sketch plane, and let me adjust how I'm looking at this. Since I'm going to revolve, I'm going to throw in a construction line for my axis of revolution. Let me get it to line up with the origin and then drag it out a long distance and then hit the escape key. So everything is good so far. Let me even pan everything over a little bit more, and now I can turn off the display of my planes using the keyboard shortcut P. And let's just make a few lines for our shape that we are going to revolve. Let's make a vertical line, and again, I'm going to be smart and not enter in different dimensions as I'm doing this. Let me go about the approximate height and then a certain width over here and down and then over and down and then over, and then finally closing this, or actually not closing off, just going to this line and then snapping it in. I'm not sure I got that last one to be vertical. Let's throw that in to be sure. And now I'm going to throw in my dimensions, and I'm going to use the lessons of the last example. Let's go to our dimension tool, and then I'm going to dimension from one line to the other line, and then enter in the value. And you'll notice before I enter in the value and hit the enter key that I do have the tolerance options. Let's then do the distance from this line to this line. And once again, let me make sure that I get the value that I want. And I had the tolerance options. And then this line to this line over here. And let's make this a value of 200. And let's see, let me get out of dimensions for a moment to make sure I turn on my tolerance options for these different dimensions so that I will have them. But I'm going to revolve this, so I want some diameter dimensions in here. So let's create our diameter dimensions. Let's go to the dimension tool, and I'll click this line, and then I'll go to my center line so I can get that diameter dimension. And here you can see as I'm going to enter in the diameter value, I do not have tolerance options for it because I'm dimensioning out to empty space. Let me zoom out so you can see where the dimension would go to. So let's enter in our value here for 200. And then from here to our, let's say I try to go to the actual line itself. I'm not able to get a diameter dimension. So that's one of the problems of trying to go from a sketched entity to a sketched entity for doing a revolve. I'm not able to get that diameter dimension. Let's hit the escape key so I'm not going to create that dimension. Let's go to, let's do this line to here. And once again, get a diameter. And this line to, let me make sure I'm getting the center line again so I can get a diameter. So again, I'm not going to be able to have tolerances for those different diameter dimensions. Let's hit the check mark, and then we will go to the revolve tool, pick the face that we want to revolve. Let's click in the field to give focus to the revolve axis collector, and then select our center line that we want to revolve around, and I'll hit the check mark. Oh, and let's go to our inspection table. Oh, let me bring back everything to the middle. Let me define some default tolerances. And so now we have these tolerances, but just for 3 of the different dimensions. I can actually grab those dimensions and move them over so you can see all 3 of them at the same time. So I've got tolerances for the lengths, but I don't have tolerances for the diameters. So how are we going to revolve them? Well, it might mean that for features that you would normally revolve, you might want to do them as extrudes instead. So let me turn on my plane display. Let me delete these 2 features using the right mouse button. And I'm going to select on the plane called right, and then create a new sketch, and then view normal to the sketch plane. And let's create a circle, and I think I did that as a diameter of 200. And in this situation, I actually can enter in the value as I am sketching, because when I hit the escape key and then double click on it, with a diameter dimension, you do have tolerance options. So I can turn that one on and hit the check mark. And maybe this is all I'm going to put in the sketch, and then extrude this. And I will extrude this to, I think I did the depth of 20 before. So let me use the same depth and turn on my tolerance options. And let me go to my inspection table and define my default tolerances. Just accept the defaults for that. And now I have my diameter dimension with tolerances as well as the extrude depth. So again, if you want to have something that's essentially revolved and you want to have diameter dimensions with tolerances, you might need to do that as an extruded sketch instead. So there you have it. Those are a few considerations that you want to take into account if you want to use model-based definition with your Part Studios.